Hello everyone, my name is Charmaine Panikak. I am a social media expert here to give you a crash course on using Facebook for business. Facebook is the biggest social media platform with over 2 billion active users worldwide. It's a great place to connect with potential customers, drive brand awareness, generate leads, and boost sales. In this next 30-minute tutorial, I'll be sharing some of my top tips and tricks for maximizing your Facebook presence as a business. Right, so let's get started on setting up our business page. First thing you need to do is enter your Facebook profile, your personal Facebook profile. In order to set up a business page, you need to be logged in as a profile in order for Facebook to verify that you are legitimate. Once on your profile, go click on your home page, which is this little blue button up top here. When you land there, you will see on the left-hand side is an orange flag and next to it called Pages. Select Pages. Right, now at the bottom on the left hand, you'll see again something called Create New Page, and we select that. Now we're ready to enter the details of our new page. So for the purpose of this exercise, we are going to call ourselves Travel Bunnies. And then we are going to have Facebook verified. Once you've got this little tick in the green circle, you'll know that you have access to this name and it isn't too similar to any competitors or any other businesses running a similar type of name. The next very important category is where you list what your company does. In what industry do you fall? So we are going to be listing ourselves as a travel agency. Then you have an option to enter your biography. This is very much just a quick rundown of who you are as a business, where you come from, what services you offer, really brief summary of everything that Travel Bunnies represents. We will then create the page. Now, please note that I'm not going to populate right now. We'll carry on populating once we've got the framework up. So we've now created our page. Right, now we're going to start populating our page with information about our business. So the first thing we do is we enter our website. Again, I'm not going to enter it now, but I'll show you later on where we can go back and populate this information. Fill out your website, put in your phone number, email address, location is very important, and tick these elements on the side is to make sure that people know when you're available. So you can actually define exactly the hours that you open, whatever the nature of your business is, select that. Before we continue, you'll see in the bottom left-hand here, there's a little barometer that's measuring the health of your page. So at the moment, because we haven't really completed any of this information, it's saying that our page is fair. The goal is to get this to a stage of green bar and it says that your page is healthy. So now we select next. This is the part where we now start populating our design work on our page. This element here where the person is will be predominantly used for your logo. Then the cover section is just something that represents your business. You could, for instance, put all of your product offerings. So depending on what your service is, you may have an image representing that. Make sure that it's a really strong image and that it's a good quality image, because this is the first thing that people will see about your business. Right. Our next stage is where we start adding our WhatsApp business page to our Facebook business. So if you're running WhatsApp business, here's the point where you connect all your information for your WhatsApp business, the phone number, and why this is important, because now people will be able to click on this button off your page so that they can get hold of you on WhatsApp. Right. Now we've got it all set up. Now there's a couple of tips that I'll show you towards the end of this segment of the training, but basically you now need to start getting some people to follow your page. A really quick, nice little hack is to start inviting your friend base. The reason we do this is because it's simple. I'm sure you've often seen friends saying, please like my page. Do this just so that we can start giving our business some attention and creating a couple of followers so that our business looks a lot more legitimate than having absolutely nothing. We then need to make sure that we have our page notifications set up. this will become very important when we start talking about community management and just trying to stimulate engagement from our audience. So make sure that that's ticked. Right. Now we have our framework all ready to go. This is a very useful little tool here. Once you've created your page, it will ask you if you want to take a tour. I do recommend that you do it because it shows you some basic functionality. So we won't do that right now, but it really is worth your while when you've got some time. We've come now to the last little bit of our page optimization that I just need to make sure that you are aware of and that you correct if need be. So under your settings, you are going to see travel bunnies underneath the first thing that comes up. In this segment is the name of the company, but then different thing is your username. Now your username is very important because your username is very much like your website URL. It is unique to you and it's unique to your business. So when it comes to searching and people wanting to see your Facebook page, they also want to know that it's legitimate. So if your name doesn't match, if your username doesn't match your actual business name, it can lead to a little bit of confusion. And we don't want anyone to be searching on our name and then coming up with something else different. So we need to go and edit that. So this is quite a tricky little exercise because sometimes your username is not available. So we need to now figure out a way that we can add our username. So I'm going to show you how Travel Bunnies is not a username that's available. So it's come up saying username is not available. It's because it's been used by someone else. So now we need to come up with a variation, but not too much of a variation that people don't even recognize our business. So let's, for instance, say travel agency, Travel Bunnies Travel. So that username is available. It's not ideal, but at least we are matching it as close as possible to Travel Bunnies Travel. Right, so we save changes. I would then have to enter my password just to confirm this will be your personal profile. Just to confirm, because this is a part of where Facebook is making sure that you are a genuine user and that your business is a legitimate business and exists. So that brings me to the end of our Facebook page setup. There is so much more that can be done. So just up to you to go now explore a little bit. Make use of Facebook's help tools. They are really great and give you some ideas on how to generate reels, how to post stories. Once your framework is all set up, then you can start looking into content and what you want to post and how you want to post it. Once you are comfortable with that, the next stage will be to move on to your Meta Business Suite. And Meta Business Suite will give you a lot more functionality, but for the purpose of this training, you have all the information you need here, and just make sure that your page is healthy, and then you are ready to start posting. Thank you for your attention. Just remember my top tips: engage with your audience, make sure that your page is optimized, post content that is relevant to your audience, and making sure that all of the content that you post is good quality content, making sure you use good images, good reels, and always check your notifications to make sure that you are monitoring any activity on your business page, making sure that you are dealing with any sales leads that you may find, and also the potential for negative reviews. So keep up with your admin, set time aside every day. Part of your admin as well is to engage with other businesses and engage with other users and followers. Just making sure that you've got a constant presence on Facebook and that your company is getting noticed, not just for your content, but because of your engagement. What I'd like to show you now is how to do a good post. We can look at examples of how people have posted some really poor content, content that doesn't encourage engagement, poor quality from an image perspective. These are all things that you need to consider when making a post on your business page. So I'm going to take you through an example of what I deem a good, healthy post. We're going to start with selecting an image. So I've selected an image of a golf course for this purpose. It is a high quality image. It's colorful, and I'm going to be talking about all the golf courses in Maldives. So it really does make this a really suitable image. So I'm going to start typing about this awesome golf course. So we start with we're going to start with something that just creates a bit of attention. So I like to ask my readers, my followers, if they're looking for something in particular. So for this example, looking for a fun and stunning golf course to play in at Mauritius in Maldives. When I'm doing this, keeping in mind that most of our users are predominantly mobile access users. So they will be only seeing a segment of this post. So your first 2 lines of any post need to be your most engaging lines, and they need to be very clear about what your content is about. So I've now got an attention by saying looking for fun, stunning golf course. So straight away, I've engaged my audience. And secondly, I've mentioned golf course. So already we know what my content is about. So I'm going to carry on saying, why not book a round of golf and enjoy a holiday at the same time. So there you go. There's my first 2 lines. People already, they've read up to there, and though there is not a lot of detail, the detail is going to follow on, but I need to make sure that people want to scroll down and carry on reading about my interesting golf post. So I'm going to say, check out our great deals and book your holiday here. So I'm going to now add an emoji, because now I'm asking them to do something for me on this post. I'm asking them to click onto my website to follow the trail to get them to make a booking. So what I like to do is add a little emoji just to distract them from too much text. So I've now added my emoji. Right. Now I'm going to lead them to my website. Website doesn't exist, so right. Neatening it up a little bit to make sure that, again, not too much text. People don't like to read too much text. So I've asked them to click on my website. Again, we just need to neaten it up and make sure the call to action is correct. Now we've done this. Now we want to make sure that people that are looking for a chance to book a holiday in Maldives or looking for a golf course in Maldives, this is where your hashtags become important. Always include a hashtag. So for this one, we're going to say hashtag Maldives. So first of all, we want to track people that are interested in playing Maldives. Then we're going to say we're going to tag a golf course. Now, as you can see, when I'm busy doing that now, as I put in the potential hashtags, you'll see how many posts have been allocated to that hashtag. The idea here is to get as much reach as possible. So if I were to select golf course, I know that 102 million posts are out there about golf courses. So people are going to be searching on that hashtag. And we want to be, there's a lot of traffic, but we want to make sure that our post is appealing to people that are interested in golf courses. So we're going to select golf course. Then we know that we want people to travel, and people are interested in travel packages. So we know there's 122,000 people that are posting about travel packages. So clearly there's a bit of interest in there. So we select that. I recommend that we take probably 3 to 5 hashtags that are relevant. Let's do another one for travel agent, people looking for travel agents. Then maybe we select another one, island holiday. Island living. So we can just go island life, let's say that. So these are all the elements that or the hashtags that I think might be relevant to this. Now, I'm just going to see an example to see if we can tag a company. So when you look at your photograph, you can see that we've got an option to edit the photograph. When we edit the photograph, we are able to tag a company, or we are able to, you know, in this case, I would be wanting to tag whatever this golf course is in Mauritius. So in Maldives, I keep saying Mauritius, Maldives. So let's, for starters, I'm going to tag Big Ambitions, just for as an example. So if anyone is looking, they use Big Ambitions as a starting point, then we know that the Facebook will show them our post if they're coming for that search. So we just say that, and I know that Big Ambitions now is the name of this Maldives golf course, and if people do look for it, our image is tagged with that company name, so we'll automatically come up in their search. The other element that really doesn't help enhance search is by adding a location. So I'm going to say we're in the Maldives. And we tag it as a location. So you'll see now when you look at our post, it's showing that we are with Big Ambitions. In this case would be the name of our golf course, and we're in the Maldives. So all of these three elements are going to be quite critical when somebody is searching for information about this. This is a healthy post. There's limited text. We don't want to be too text heavy because ultimately people won't read all of the text. Also making sure that it's mobile friendly. So limit your amount of text. There's no need to put too much information. Make sure that you've got a call to action and that it's clear on what you want them to do with your post. So I've caught their attention, talking about golf courses. Then we are saying, why not book a round of golf? And I'm telling them to go check out our great deals because now they're keen on a golf course and they want to go to Maldives. So check out our great deals and book your holiday here. And then straight away, I will link them to our website that will have all of those packages that I've just referred to. Also very important is make your call to action as specific as possible. So here I've just taken them to a specific website. But what you can do is if within your website you've got a specials tab, make sure that straight away goes to the specials tab so that people don't have to do too many clicks to get to the information they want. The idea here is that you catch them in the moment. They're being spontaneous. They're so excited about this golf course image. They're going to want to click straight away. The minute you give them too many choices or options to click outside of this journey that you want them to take, there's better chance of them suddenly changing their minds or deciding that it's too much of a hassle to actually make this booking. So make sure your call to action is very specific, limited amounts of steps to get to the point where they actually make a booking. Make sure your posts tag as many relevant companies as possible, and also your hashtags. Try and go for the most popular hashtags. There might be hashtags that are trending at the moment. If you're advertising an event, there might be a hashtag related to that event. Use that hashtag. But every post that you do needs to have as much information on that post as possible, including your image. Always avoid putting too much text on your images. Your images must be crisp and clear, and leave the text for your post. If it's got too much text on it, it's not an exciting image. It doesn't really draw attention. So try and keep your text as limited as possible. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do our post. And then I can just show you all of the key elements that I was just referring to when people do search for your content related around your offering. So here's my post. My call to action is quite clear. And you can see my tagging of Big Ambitions as the name of the golf course and where the golf course is. And there you go. That is what we would call a really healthy post. It's a simple post, and can get a lot more complicated. And if you've got more information, it's really important the way that you structure your copy and making sure that your call to action is very clear. You're welcome to use emojis. I mean, emojis, depending on the content that you're posting and your brand identity, is obviously very important. But don't be afraid of emojis, because it is accepted in social media platforms as, you know, as something that would create attention, and people relate to emojis. So don't be afraid of that. Your next step is, once you've done this, you have an option to boost your post. Now, what happens is when you boost your post, is pretty much you advertising this particular post. So we want more people to see this post, possibly people that are not already following us, because when you do a post, obviously only your followers are going to see this post in their feed. If we're trying to attract a larger audience, then we would go to the next level, which will be boosting our post. When we boost the post, again, this will take you to a whole different segment of training. But once we boost our post, we're pretty much creating an advert. And then you will start defining an audience that you want to attract with this post. We know that we like people that play golf. We want people that enjoy travel. So when we get to boosting this post, it will take you down to the next steps on how to create the perfect target audience, when you want to advertise, for how long you want to advertise, and the budget that you would want to spend. So this is just one of the many ways that you can do an advert straight off the back end of a post. And that's how you need to structure your posts and keep it exciting. You can also, once, like I said before, these are just your simple posts, and these are just housekeeping, making sure that you've tagged as many relevant people as you can, you're using popular hashtags, and your copy is simple, and your call to action is very visible. And that is how you would do an image post. Once we've got familiar with how to do a proper image post, then we can start looking at reels. And again, reels are probably next level of training that we would have to look at, because reels are a little bit more complicated. But don't be afraid of reels, because reels are, at this current point in business, it's really the most traction we get is from reels. People want to see videos. They want to see short videos. They want to see exciting videos, vibrant video. So we do need to look at posting reels. And there are a whole lot of other elements that we can do within reels, again, but keeping the fundamentals are the same, is making sure we tag the right people, using popular hashtags, keeping your copy simple, and obviously keeping your content good quality content. Not every reel has to be 100% polished, but it does need to make sure that it's just reflective of your brand and the product offering that you're giving to your audience, to your customer base. So it always is going to be a reflection of your business. So keep your quality content flowing, and if you do reels, there are just a whole bunch of other tricks that we can include. But again, the principle is the same, is making sure that we're getting as much reach as we can with every post that we do, and the only way to do that is by tagging other businesses and using the correct hashtags.